14-year-old girl is now charged in connection with swatting calls that targeted Killingly's public school district, and police say their investigation on this started back in March.
NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney is joining us live in Danielson. Melissa, you've been speaking with law enforcement and people in town. What else can you tell us about this arrest?
Well, after many calls were made that were false and swatting to the Killingly public schools I spoke with, people say this gives them a little bit of closure. Now, it's not exactly clear how many of these swatting calls are connected to this teen, but like I said, people are just glad they have some answers now.
I was really terrified. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know if there was a shooter or if we were getting bombed, if it was like an actual incident that was happening.
It's hard for Killingly students to shake the terrifying feeling of going into lockdown. Graduating senior Aurora Beggs recalls 3 swatting incidents since March.
We've had a lot of closing incidents. Our bus had to turn back a few times because of it. We've missed quite a few hours, and so it's really pushed back a lot of stuff for a lot of students.
The kids are supposed to go there, be safe, but I don't feel safe because every week or every other week they were getting locked down, not notified. I was only sending emails.
It's been an unsettling experience for parents too.
Yeah, I don't feel safe sending him.
Connecticut State Police, with the help of the Killingly School Resource Officer, investigated and charged a 14-year-old girl with false reporting of a large-scale emergency, breach of peace, and making a violent threat that caused an evacuation after looking at electronic data.
Typically, the offenders use technology to assist in the perpetrating of the swatting incident, and these individuals will utilize things like phone spoofing technology, VPNs, voice over IPs, as well as voice anonymizing technology.
Donald Chu, Assistant Special Agent in charge with the FBI New Haven Bureau, can't comment on this case specifically, but says generally the motive behind swatting is to cause disruption and fear. He says swatting calls are increasing in state and nationally.
The data that's collected from the use of technology is a critical tool in identifying the perpetrator and then furthering the investigation.
In a statement, Superintendent Susan Nash Ditzel says this highlights how disrupting swatting is and hopes it raises awareness about the severity.
And that teen will be in Willimantic Juvenile Court tomorrow. Live in Danielson, Melissa Cooney, NBC Connecticut News.